Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking a small little thing called the soundtrack for Slime Rancher 2. Let's just jump right in. Okay, so this tweet was actually shared by the official Twitter account for Slime Rancher. So let's just talk about it. So first of all, they say the Slime Rancher 2 soundtrack is composed by HM Audio. Now we're going to be talking about him for a second, but basically some kind of audio engineer composer for the Monomi Park team. So we're going to talk about him in a second. Now, basically, the soundtrack is going to be over 3 hours of musical delights and will be available at launch. So you can probably kind of buy this next to the game. And of course, we're going to be able to hear this in the game itself. So listen to a preview of the Rainbow Fields theme that captured the spirit of this new adventure and the whimsy of the cotton slimes that call it home. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to play it because, well, copyright strikes and claims and stuff like that. I don't really want to bother with that. So I'm just going to share the link to this specific video in the description down below. That way you can immediately listen to it. It's 43 seconds and it's really cool to listen to. So, really just check it out. It's pretty cool. But first, we're going to be talking about everything that we see in this video and afterwards about who this composer actually is. Okay, so first of all, we actually are seeing this central area of the rainbow fields. We see some pink slimes and some cotton slimes jumping around. I saw some carrots, some pogo fruit in the background. This is going to be the very central area of the rainbow fields. We see this area, this specific statue in the middle over here, quite often in the screenshots and even in the announcement trailer, if I'm not mistaken. I have a good idea where this is kind of generally. On the left side, right off screen, you are going to see the conservatory. So that way you can actually just go to the conservatory. And there are a few things compared to the original screenshots when the game was actually announced. If you actually just saw this specific screenshot I'm showing right here, basically you see that this mountain is just kind of lacking a little bit compared to this new one. So that's just a cool little thing that I noticed. Another thing in this video is actually this little monument in the background to the right of the statue over here. So basically, this is kind of one of those, ancient ruins types builds. There are only two screenshots that kind of show one of these things, and one of them is in the Starlight Strand. So this may be also on the right side, the road to the Starlight Strand. I don't know, that's not confirmed, but just kind of saying that this spiral is really weird. And of course, that little stone right below it is kind of weird because it kind of looks like a tombstone, and that's kind of weird. I really wonder what this is. Maybe it's kind of like something that you can read and it kind of says like, here lies the grave of a specific person, someone who is iconic to the game or something. Kind of build the lore a little bit more with that monument over there. I don't know what it is. It seems to be handmade and it's not something that we've seen in the original Slime Rancher so far. So maybe there is going to be a little bit of lore kind of connected to that specific landmark right there. Okay, so that's everything that I noticed in this video. If you noticed anything else, please let me know in the comments down below. And next up, let's talk about the composer. Now, at HM Audio is Harry Mack, and he's the composer, one of the original team from Monomi Park that actually also worked on Slime Ranch 1. And he actually retweeted this and he said, 3 hours, that's crazy. That's more than the first two soundtracks for SR1 combined, and we haven't even spent years post-release making new content. Lots more to compose. Rainbow, music notes heart. Basically, so this guy is the composer for Monomi Park team. So if you actually take a look at the list of employees, there are a lot of new people, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But basically, over here we can see Harry Mack is the composer. So yeah, I kind of have to agree. This little preview and what we heard in the trailers is already sounding pretty good. Now, Nick Popovich's CEO actually mentioned a few weeks ago on his Twitter also that he was really enjoying the new original soundtrack, and basically that he was having it on loop, and he really advises us to check it out when it comes out. And let's be honest, we're going to hear it in game, so we are definitely going to hear it over and over and over, and I'm not mad about it that. Now, there's one more thing I kind of want to talk about before you go, and that's basically how Monomi Park actually grew. So I actually took this screenshot of all the people working there, like on February 2020 for a video back then, and I actually compared that list to the one that we have right now. So basically, in that time, 2 people from the original list left. So basically, Utku Atkai and Ryan Benno, so the senior game engineer and senior environment artist, those 2 left, but actually 12 new people actually started in the last 2 years. So in that COVID moment, so basically we have a new Q&A director, a production director. We have like a game engineer, Q&A analyst, another game engineer, an office manager, a technical artist, lead technical artist, so Raj Kimini, I believe. Then we have senior Q&A analyst, producer, technical artist, and a junior game engineer. So they actually grew quite a bit. They kind of like doubled in like 2 years time. Now obviously they are working, for example, on Slime Rancher 2, but they also still have one unannounced game, so I do understand that they are actually kind of expanding the team by quite a bit. But I'm kind of impressed by how they are growing so quickly and rapidly. But that is pretty cool. Now there are still a lot of job applications open, so if you're interested, there is still a spot open if you wish, if you have the right thingamajings. But that's basically everything that I wanted to talk about. If you want to stay up to date on Slime Rancher 2, just be sure to subscribe. And otherwise, you should really check out this video over here where I did my last update about everything Slime Rancher 2 related. And in the meantime, did I tell you to subscribe just yet? Yeah. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the support. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.